I'm Dan Hernandez. I'd like to welcome you to this week's episode of Sport Fishing. Well, today we're back aboard the Oceanside 95, a boat I've fished on for many, many years. And right now we're just kind of bottom fishing. Later on we're going to go fish calicos, maybe halibut, and close to the island. I got something going here. What do I have? A little sheephead. There we go. Little sheephead, a little too small to keep. But we'll be fishing for fish like this, a little bit bigger size. And like I said, later in the show, look for some exotics. We need a little bit of the conditions to change. We need a little bit more current, the wind to back down a little bit, and hopefully we'll get those calico bass, maybe even a yellowtail or two. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing. Welcome to Sport Fishing with Dan Hernandez. This week's episode of Sport Fishing is brought to you by Turner's Outdoorsman for all your fishing and hunting needs, by B52 Bucktails and Magic Metal Jigs, by Yamaha, reliability starts here, by Game Saver for preserving your fishing game, and by Dan Hernandez Baja Style Fish Batter. This is Dan Hernandez, and I'm proud to announce I'm now doing private fishing charters. Doesn't matter what you want to fish for, I have a boat just for it. My 31-foot Chris Craft is great for going offshore or over to the island even. And my Skeeter boat, we can fish inshore along the breakwater or over to Catalina fishing calico bass, white sea bass, and yellowtail. So I'd be glad to take you out and teach you all about fishing in Southern California. So book your trip today and I'll see you out in the water. I get to go fish all over the world, and one of my favorite places to go down the beautiful East Cape at Hotel Buena Vista Beach Resort. Down here you can catch billfish, tuna, dorado offshore, and along the beach, lots of rooster fish. If you're looking for that awesome adventure down to Baja, Hotel Buena Vista is a trip to go on. I'll be hosting a trip August 1st through the 5th down the beautiful East Cape. So call today, make plans, and join me, and I'll see you down at Hotel Buena Vista.
My clients and myself depend on quality tackle like the Magic Metal. Whether you're fishing offshore for bluefin, albacore, or yellowfin tuna, you've got to have a lure you can depend on, and the Magic Metal is it. For inshore species, I recommend the Magic Metal Light. For bonita, barracuda, bass, yellowtail, it's unbeatable. It comes in a variety of sizes and colors and has internal rattlers that actually help draw a strike. Magic Metal is the ones we depend on here on the Indian. Pick up one today at your local tackle store.
Nice scumping. Gotta be 10 inches to keep it. This one's way over that. These are goodies. These are about as close to lobster as you can get.
Okay, we're fishing here aboard the Oceanside 95 at San Clemente Island. We're over a small rock. There's rockfish, variety type of fish, and there's on these little rocks there's a lot of sheep's head. So we're going to try to target one. So what I'm using for bait is ghost shrimp. This is live ghost shrimp. And I got a large circle hook here. I'm just going to pin it on. And circle hook works good for two reasons. One, it helps keep the shape of the ghost shrimp. And two, because we're rock fishing, I don't have to set the hook. The fish will set the hook for me. I just let this go all the way down to the bottom. I want that sinker to sit right flat on the bottom. And I'm using a reverse dropper loop, so my sinker is going to lay flat on the bottom, and my ghost shrimp is going to swim around, move around, float around the current above it. I'm already getting bit. Just barely got down there. There, I'm getting bit good. There goes my rod tip. Look at my rod tip. Got a circle hook, so I can't swing on it. All I can do is wind. Drop it back down. We're just hitting it good. See if he comes back. See what I got here. This is on that ghost shrimp, so could be a sheep's head, could be a rockfish. We'll see what it is. Here it comes. There's color. It's a sheep's head. You know, it's a legal sheep's head. Now that's what we're talking about, using the ghost shrimp to target sheep's head. These are delicious. Lots of times when a restaurant, you might order like imitation crab, like for a salad or an omelet. This is what it is, sheep's head. That's a nice fish. All right, we're gonna take a little break from the action here aboard the Oceanside 95, go to the tackle box and give you a good look at the gear we're using for today's trip. This week, the Tackle Box is brought to you by the California Department of Boating and Waterways, reminding you to dump at the pump. This week in the Tackle Box, I'd like to talk to you about a new product we're using here on Sport Fishing, and it's called Hot Can. And when you pick it up by the touch, it's not hot. But what's unique about this product is that it has an activation system used right here to make your can into a nice hot, either hot soup meal or a hot tea or hot chocolate or even hot coffee. And it's pretty cool. I have a case of these I keep on my boat all the time, just in case I have some passengers out on my private charters. They want some hot coffee. I don't have to fire up the generator. Just bring out a hot can, activate it. In 3 minutes, they have a nice hot drink or hot soup. And let me show you how easy it is to use. So you just take the can, you flip it over, you pull this label off, you lay it down on a hard surface, 2 thumbs, press down. Once you do that, you just let it sit there, and within 3 minutes, this is going to turn into a nice hot cup of coffee, or can of coffee, I should say. So just let this sit there for a little bit, and in a couple minutes, you'll see the steam coming out of it. And then on this side, there's a little button right here, in the green one. It'll light up to let us know that the drink is ready, nice and warm, ready to drink. Just let this sit here for a second. Okay, now the button's switched. It's over at green to tell me that's active. It's ready to go ahead and drink. And it's nice and warm. So all I do at this point is get the top of the can here, open it up, and that's it. Now it's open, it's ready to go. That's really nice and hot. This is the hot coffee. Remember, all you have to do is just activate it, and it doesn't matter where you are in your boat, RV. It works fine even at the house. And you just press that in and wait 3 minutes, you got a nice hot drink. Have either the coffee, the hot chocolates, the tea, or even the soups. And soups are really nice and good too. So this is a hot can. I'd like to tell you about it. We're using it here on Sport Fishing. I have it on my boat for my private charters. Even have it in my home for just emergency supplies in case I have no power. I have something nice and warm to drink. All of you should pick up some of these. You can find it at your local Turner's Outdoorsman store. They're running special on them right now. So go by local Turner's Outdoorsman store and check it out. For more information, if you can't find it at your local store, if you're watching it out of state, go to their website. We'll be running that information for you too and give you more information about hot can. All right, well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
H&M Landing has been providing fishing trips for anglers for over 40 years. It doesn't matter what you want to fish for. San Diego's H&M Landing has a trip just for you. If it's rockfish you want, or going offshore for tuna, you can do it all here at H&M Landing. H&M Landing is home to the finest fleet of sport fishing boats on the coast. Don't be left behind. Call and make a reservation to go fishing out of H&M Landing today.
Welcome to sport-fishing.com. Here you can stay updated on upcoming charters, travel fishing trips, stock up on Dan's apparel, order his how-to videos, cookbooks, fishing tackle, and food items all online. Sign up for the free Sport Fishing newsletter. Also, follow Dan's blog, complete with pictures and videos from his travels. You can also watch past episodes of Sport Fishing here too. Keep in touch at sport-fishing.com and be sure to follow Dan on Facebook and Twitter.
Kershaw Pro Grade Series knives are the best knives for filleting fish on the market. Kershaw's Pro Grade specialty fish and game knives were created so that sportsmen would always have the right knife for the job. They currently come in 10 different styles, from large knives for breaking down the largest of fish to herring knives for cutting bait. All blades are made with quality stainless steel with just the right amount of flex to make filleting easier. Real sporting knives made by a real sporting goods company. Pick up some Kershaw knives today.
We got big seas today. We got 12-foot seas, occasional 15-foot swell. It's normally not this rough, but when we left last night, it wasn't too bad, about 10-foot seas. And then on the backside here, it's a little bit rougher. It's usually rougher on the backside. So hopefully it's gonna be better conditions a little bit.
Lift them in.
Got bit. I switched up a little bit because there's a lot of salmon grouper around. I have a sardine on the bottom, ghost shrimp on top, the double dropper loop. Got big circle hooks on, so I couldn't set the hook. Had to let those fish get on there. I don't know what I got. Might have a nice salmon grouper on here or a small ling cod. So it's pulling a little bit. See what we got here. Well, almost. I'll get it. Okay, can't bring them up. Nice salmon grouper. Got him on that sardine. Big circle hook like I was telling you about. Let's see, I'll get the fish off here. Got him right there, corner of the jaw. Beautiful salmon grouper. All right, let's take a little break from the action and go to the galley, show you how to cook up one of these delicious fish we're catching today. This week, the galley is brought to you by Dan Hernandez Baja Style Fish Batter Mix. Great for fish and all seafood. Today in the galley, we're going to do something a little bit different. What we're going to be doing is taking a piece of tuna that I smoked earlier using my Bradley smoker, the whole Bradley smoker system, and we're going to use this smoked fish. Now, you can just eat this fish like it is right now, and it's delicious. This bluefin tuna that was put in the smoker. And you could do that too. That could be part of the appetizers. This dish I'm going to do today is an appetizer dish from my cookbook, and it's a great dish, easy to do. And like I said, you could just use part of it with this. You can just serve this as one of your dishes. And then this dip that we're going to do right now, you can do that too. So what I did is I cut out a little chunk of that, a couple of pounds, and I have it all broken down. And I just broke it up in little tiny pieces here. It's all smoked tuna. It's just, you know, it's all smoked, it's kind of cooked, so it's all ready to go. That is good. And all we're going to do now is add these other ingredients to make a nice little dip out of it. So first thing I want to do is add some mayonnaise to this. So I'm going to add a little bit of mayonnaise. Actually more than a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of blend that in a little bit. Mix it all up nice. And that's also going to help break down the fish a little bit. Now that we got this going, we'll start adding our ingredients. I'm going to take some garlic. Dump that all in there. Have a little bit of cilantro. And in the recipe I put parsley, but we're going to make this a little Latin version of it. Blend that in a little bit more. Now we're going to take the onions. You can use white or red. I really like the red onions. It adds a little bit more flavor. Get all that in there. And some celery to add some color. I'm going to take some Grey Poupon and add a little bit to it. And we're going to add a little bit more liquid, putting some Worcestershire sauce. And that's basically it. And all you're going to do is just kind of mix this up some more. And the other thing I've done with this dish in the past is add some cheese to bread and make a tuna melt. It comes out really, really good. You know, if you got kids that like tuna fish sandwiches, this will work out good too. It's just another way to use that smoked fish. At this point, we're all good to go. At this point, what I would do is, if I was making this for a presentation for at home, for an event like later today or tomorrow, I'd put this in the refrigerator. It'd be great to let it sit for about an hour, and then it'd be ready to go, be ready to serve. And as it's sitting in the refrigerator, it's going to break it down a little bit more with all that mayonnaise and the other liquids in there. And that's it. It's a nice little dish, easy to do. And we started out with this smoked tuna, and we ended up with this nice little mixed tuna here that works into a nice dip once you put it in the refrigerator. But this is good. Well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
Turner's Outdoorsman, your fishing, hunting, and shooting headquarters. This month's special is the SKB Tackle Box, Model 7100, for only $199.99. The Ultimate Tackle Box. Also this month from Izorline, all 1/4 pound spools of Izorline XXX Super Mono is 20% off. That's this month only. For all your fishing and hunting needs, that's Turner's Outdoorsman in a city near you.
My clients and myself depend on quality tackle like the Magic Metal. Whether you're fishing offshore for bluefin, albacore, or yellowfin tuna, you've got to have a lure you can depend on, and the Magic Metal is it. For inshore species, I recommend the Magic Metal Light. For bonita, barracuda, bass, yellowtail, it's unbeatable. It comes in a variety of sizes and colors and has internal rattlers that actually help draw a strike. Magic Metal is the ones we depend on here on the Indian. Pick up one today at your local tackle store.
FE Trailers in Lakeside is world famous for their entire lineup of custom-built trailers. Just about anything you can think of that needs to be towed down the road, FE Trailers has you covered. They build galvanized, custom-painted aluminum or powder-coated trailers to your special-ordered specs. They can even fix up that raggedy old trailer you're dragging around now. Check out fetrailers.com or stop into their Lakeside location at Woodside Avenue. That's FE Trailers in Lakeside, San Diego's #1 custom trailer manufacturer.
Skipper just made a move. Now we're at the far end of the island, north side of the island, and it's probably going to be our last stop of the day. Conditions settled down, nice and sunny, the wind stopped, swells way down. We had 12, 15-foot seas there earlier in the day. Now it's a lot calmer. So what we're doing is just fishing bait. Some guys have bucktails on and just going all the way to the bottom, working it slowly, trying to see what we can get. Hopefully we'll get some good ones here. Oh, sorry. Where's Justin? Yeah. Where's Justin? Yeah.
I am Ian, and I'm sport fishing with Dan Hernandez. Take a break from the action. And when we come back, we'll have this week's tip of the week.
Kershaw Pro Grade Series knives are the best knives for filleting fish on the market. Kershaw's pro-grade specialty fish and game knives were created so that sportsmen would always have the right knife for the job. They currently come in 10 different styles, from large knives for breaking down the largest of fish to herring knives for cutting bait. All blades are made with quality stainless steel with just the right amount of flex to make filleting easier. Real sporting knives made by a real sporting goods company. Pick up some Kershaw knives today.
FE Trailers in Lakeside is world famous for their entire lineup of custom-built trailers. Just about anything you can think of that needs to be towed down the road, FE Trailers has you covered. They build galvanized, custom-painted aluminum or powder-coated trailers to your special-ordered specs. They can even fix up that raggedy old trailer you're dragging around now. Check out fetrailers.com or stop into their Lakeside location at Woodside Avenue. That's FE Trailers in Lakeside, San Diego's #1 custom trailer manufacturer.
H&M Landing has been providing fishing trips for anglers for over 40 years. It doesn't matter what you want to fish for. San Diego's H&M Landing has a trip just for you. If it's rockfish you want, or going offshore for tuna, you can do it all here at H&M Landing. H&M Landing is home to the finest fleet of sport fishing boats on the coast. Don't be left behind. Call and make a reservation to go fishing out of H&M Landing today.
This week's tip of the week is brought to you by Magic Metal Jigs and Bucktail Jigs. For this week's tip of the week, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what happened this morning where we lost a couple of nice fish. First thing, when we're in tide before the swells got really bad, we hooked 3 or 4 nice halibut. And in each case, the drag was set wrong, and twice the fish busted the line, and another time, the angler actually lifted the fish's head out of the water. So it's really important for you to start fishing to adjust your drag correctly, and it should be nice and smooth, not too tight, just come out nice and smooth. If you're not sure how to adjust your drag, ask one of the crew members and they'll be glad to help you. And that's this week's tip of the week. Make sure your drag is set right, and if you hook a halibut, don't lift its head out of the water, leave it down in the water so the crew can stick it with a gaff or net it and get it in the boat for you. Well, I want to thank the crew, the Oceanside 95, Joey, all the guys. We had a great time fishing with them. Joseph, his son, did a great job today too. We had lots of fun out here at San Clemente. Wasn't wide open fishing, but we got plenty of fish to make a show, and everybody's got some fish to take home with them. Well, I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us again next week as we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing.